Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
The field of 33 on the front straight for the start of the 94th running of the greatest spectacle in racing. Will we see Elio go into the four-time Winners Club? Jack Nicholson waves the green flag and we're underway. Elio Castroneves will lead him into turn number one. Dixon to the high side. He'll make the move for second. Jake Query in front of you.
It's Dario Franchitti that makes the move now on Elio Castroneves. We watch the back of the field. Everybody safely through number two. Elio Castroneves with Dario in tow in turn three, and an incident in the middle of the straightaway, Mark James.
Davey Hamilton spun, lost control of the race car coming off of turn number two, spun to the infield and touched the inside retaining wall. So Davey Hamilton in the infield grass at the midway point of the back straightaway. We haven't completed a lap yet here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
We are showing a lead change. Must have occurred shortly before the incident occurred, because it does appear that it will stand as we go back to restart. Franchitti, Castroneves power right now being shown 1, 2, 3. We've got a great 4-5 car battle as they head into one. Jake Query now, the race resumes in front of you in two.
They start to go single file as Dario Franchitti has Castroneves about 8 car lengths behind him. Sparks from underneath Thomas Schechter as he works his way around and tries to get position. The rest of the field in three.
Fanned out pretty well among the first 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They are 4 wide down the back straightaway in the battle for about 8th or 9th. Meanwhile, out of the short chute in the north end, the leader, Dario Franchitti.
Problem in turn two. Just like that, in the opening 8 laps of the Indianapolis 500, we have our second caution, and one of the fast cars has been taken out of the field. Bruno Junqueira, well, by golly, the guy had been so fast in so few laps here, and many of us thought he may have an opportunity to win. He was running 25th.
You know, he started to lose it on the entry into two. He caught it once, caught it twice, and then finally the car just broke away from him. So looks like, I don't know if it's maybe the heat on the track today, but these cars are definitely running a little free right now, and it's catching some drivers out.
Here we go, a race as we watch Scott Dixon go to the inside of Alex Tagliani. The battle for third place, make it fourth as he battles to the low side in turn number one. Jake Query, a great battle coming to you out in front.
The battle now as they go 2 wide, almost 4 back. Franchitti then power Castroneves. Tagliani holds off Dixon through turn number 2.
You have to go back a ways to find some side-by-side racing, and all of a sudden a bonsai move about the midway point of the back straightaway as cars start shuffling. John Andretti involved in that mix, along with E.J. Vito and the 14 machine of Vitor Mira.
Will Power, as we were working lap 31, took over the lead. James Hinchcliffe, and you're not so sure that Dario Franchitti didn't say, go ahead, you can take it for a while.
And as Will caught up to Sarah, it just seemed that Dario let off down the front straight and let Will take it into turn one.
Dario made another move. He's back to the front. So Dario back to the front.
The 10 machine of Dario Franchitti, Will Power pitted almost next to each other.
Part of the fuel hose is still attached to Will Power's car. A major problem for Will Power. Part of the fuel hose got stuck in, was still attached when he went out, so they're going to have to come back in. So a major issue for Team Penske.
Matos is having a solid run. He's third. Matos is third. The 43 car just got black flagged for blocking.
Dan Weldon trying to make the move on the inside, I should say, of John Andretti. That's all it took. Debatable on whether there's a good run and Dan has a great run. I don't know if John moved. He didn't really move at all.
Trouble. John Andretti's in the wall. John Andretti just hit the wall. Oh. John Andretti just hit the wall. Lap 64. Scott Dixon, our 2008 champion.
No front left wheel. The crew scrambling to get him back into the pit box. Trouble for our 2008 champion.
Oh my, disappointment for Dixon and the 2 car.
2 of our top 10 machines having problems on pit lane.
So we've got a yellow it's Rafa Matos, the driver that had just had the problem on pit lane. Rafa, who wound up in the wall last year, such an incredible disappointment as he was running in the top 3. Heartbreak for Rafa here at Indy.
We see a car shoved all the way down to the grass at about mid-pack, trying to crawl back up to the car that forced him down. That's the 4 machine of Dan Weldon.
Well, we've got another penalty on car number 30, Graham Rahal. Just got a penalty for pushing the 4 car into the grass.
Working the inside of Rahal was Dario Franchitti as he gets to the entrance of turn 3. Rahal shuts the door.
We have a yellow, the 14 car. Issues with the 14 car. Saw Vitor pounding on the steering wheel. The yellow flag comes out. And how about Graham Rahal? He's already in the pits. This may work out for him quite nicely.
Franchitti, Castroneves, and Kanaan. 2 wide down the front
Look
straight.
at Tony Kanaan come to the inside of Helio Castroneves. This is the battle for third as Tony Kanaan, who started 33rd, Jake Query, now up in the top 3 here at Indy.
TK charging.
What a move he made underneath, and now Ryan Hunter-Reay goes down low. Bell goes down low to get around Will Power, going 3 wide.
Boy, they almost touched tires on the backstretch. Almost touched tires. But TK makes a move on the jump, gets around Helio, and what a charge. What?
Here comes Dixon to the inside. Make that Franchitti, as Franchitti will go back to the lead in turn number 1.
Tony Kanaan to the backstretch. He's going to challenge for second place. He's going to the inside. Here he is over in turn number 3. He got him. He got him. He's in second place now. Tony Kanaan from 33rd up to second place. Now
Helio came in 3rd. He stalled it on pit lane.
Helio lost power, had to refire the car. Castroneves, hopes of winning at Indianapolis again may have just been dashed. Power misses his mark in the pits. They had to push him back.
We got a problem on the front straight. Car in the wall, it's one of the Penske cars. It is Ryan Briscoe. He had just completed his pit stop, and Briscoe has big problems with the right side of the car. Went to the inside after making hard contact to the outside. Now a tire and wheel comes loose. It will roll slowly behind the number 6 machine of Ryan Briscoe. We got a problem in the north end. It appears to be Sebastian Saavedra. In fact, it's in the south end. Jake Queer, let's go to you.
Yeah, Sebastian Saavedra got loose in that short chute between 1 and 2. The rookie.
34 at the line. Mike Conway is out in front at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The young man from England being followed by one of his countrymen, Justin Wilson, who runs second.
And here comes the race leader, is going to have to pit. Here he comes. Mike Conway's in the pits. So Wilson goes to the lead. Look at Tony Kanaan driving hard. Look at TK trying to get around Marco. He does. And here comes the race leader who's going to dive into the pits. The race leader has to dive in the pits. And guess who's leading the Indy 500? Helio Castroneves.
Castroneves is going to have to duck onto pit lane. Dario Franchitti runs second. Then you've got Tony Kanaan who is third.
4 laps to go. And Kanaan is having to come in. Kanaan's coming in for fuel. He was running second, and he needs fuel. What about Dario? White flag is coming out. Dario Franchitti. Oh my, he is slowing down. He is slowing down. There he is. Where's Dan Weldon? Can Dan Weldon catch him? Weldon's in the same situation.
But Weldon is catching Franchitti. That time by Weldon.
Crash. We got a crash.
Mike Conway, the Dad's Root Beer car, and Ryan Hunter-Reay, Mark James, a 2-car incident, and this is going to mean that Dario Franchitti will in fact win his second Indy 500. A shame it has to end this way, Mark, but as we mentioned, dominance, but right now our concern are the 2 cars that are involved in the 2 drivers, Ryan Hunter-Reay and Mike Conway.
Safety crew already on the scene, Mike, attending to the 2 drivers, Ryan Hunter-Reay and Mike Conway, and the leader, Dario Franchitti, in front of Chris Denari.
Dario Franchitti for the final time, just ahead of Dan Weldon. Mike King, he's ready to join some elite company, a multiple winner here in Indy.
Well, he had slowed down on the previous lap. We'll never know if, in fact, he was going to have enough fuel to complete this one under green, but it doesn't matter. The twin checkers are out. Dario Franchitti is a two-time winner of the Indianapolis 500-mile race.
Wow, horrifying accident. Look at the car going in the air.
Mike Conway getting underneath Ryan Hunter-Reay into the catch fence in the north end. Wow.
Into the catch fence. Here it is again. Replay. Watch this. Another replay. It's Mike Conway airborne into the catch fence.